Mama's Basement Gaming and the PGA Tour are proud to present the second round of the West Coast Invitational from Mission Hills Golf and Country Club. It is part of the FedEx Cup. We are in Rancho Mirage, California. Coming into the second round, we sit at number 82 as we look at our round one highlights. This is hole number 2 for an eagle to put us at 2 under. Here is our approach on hole number 3. And a very beautiful approach gives us a chance for the birdie on hole number 3. We line up the putt here for birdie, and it just breaks to the right a little bit, and we have to settle for a possible tap-in par here. So we get the par on hole number 3. We remain at 2 under on the strength of that eagle. We skip ahead here to hole number 10, trying to save par with a long putt, and we managed to do it. We still are sitting here at 1 under through 10. We go to hole number 14, par 3. This is the first shot. And guys, this is the closest I have come in a long time to flirting with a hole-in-one. I have never had a hole-in-one in this game, Tiger Woods PGA Tour 14. I do play on quite difficult settings. But we head to hole number 1 of the second round as we come into this one at 1 under, tied in 82nd. And we've got a morning tee time, so it's still a little bit dark. There's some stars in the sky still. And the first shot on the 456-yard hole number 1 goes right down the middle. Shot number 2 with an 8-iron, 178 yards out. And this one is going to reach the green, but come to a stop 29 feet from the hole. Here is the long putt for birdie on number 1. And it just doesn't roll over. So we've got to tap it in for par from 5 inches out as we head to hole number 2, a 520-yard par 5. We are even on the round, 1 under on the tournament, and tied in 82nd on the leaderboard. Our first shot off the tee with the driver into a very small breeze. Not much wind today. And we get the roll downhill on the right side of the fairway in this one. Shot number 2, 214 yards out, wielding a 6-iron into the wind. Trying to reach the green in 2, but we're going to come up just a little bit short. We did reach this green in 2 in round number 1. 60-degree wedge now from 21 yards out. And we're going to put it in a pretty good spot. 6-foot putt for birdie. Sliding from right to left and just a little bit downhill. And it just does not break enough to the left. And another one is just short that we've got to tap in for par. On to hole number 3, 475-yard par 4. Tied for 83rd on the leaderboard. Here's our first shot off the tee with the driver. Slight breeze from left to right on this one. And it looks like we split the fairway here on shot number 1. We line up shot number 2 with a pitching wedge, 167 yards out. And this one looks like it could be going right. The wind is going to help it a little bit, and it comes up just short of the green and on the right side, but it narrowly misses the bunker as we get to chip it from 15 yards out. A very nice chip comes to a stop 3 feet from the hole as we save par with the putter here. We're 1 under still on the tournament here in the second round. It's hole number 4, 403-yard par 4 with a slight turn to the left. First shot with the driver. And this one splits the fairway right down the middle. Second shot from 112 yards using the 60-degree wedge. We get this one up in the air. You can see some of the stars up in the sky. And a nice little backspin, but it's going to roll a little further than we wanted to. Leaves us a 10-foot putt for birdie, and we really misjudged that one. Did not break as much as we thought it would. A 2-foot putt for par now. So we par the first 4 holes of the second round as we head to the par 3, number 5. This one 180 yards over a very large pond. We've got an 8-iron. We'll see if it's enough club here going into the wind. And it is not quite enough club to get onto the green. It comes up just short as we were trying to leave it in front of the flagstick to have a better uphill putt, but left it a little bit too short. And we get to tap in the 3-footer for par on number 5. Number 6 now weaves around a pond on the left, 364 yards. Off the tee, we will go with the driver. And we find the right side off the fairway. That leaves a pretty long shot across the pond here. We're going to try to draw, we're going to try to draw it into the green. We do, but it is a little bit too much club. 38-foot putt downhill. This one is very, very slippery. We ran this type of putt way past the hole in round 1, and honestly, that was not bad lag, as this one really could get away from us. Leaves us a putt for par here. It is not 5 inches. I think it was supposed to be 5 feet. 5-foot putt for par, not 5 inches. 5 foot. We head to hole number 7, 379-yard par 4. We are tied for 85th. No birdies yet on the round, no bogeys either. Our first shot here with a driver. We're trying to play a draw with the wind. And this one's going to go very far to the right on the other side of the crowd. And this leaves us a difficult shot here, but we do have a pretty decent window through the trees as we hit this 60-degree wedge towards the green, and it's going to stick. 17-foot putt for birdie now. This one just comes up short. Really good speed on that putt. It was a very slippery one. And we tap in for yet another par. So, hole number 8. So far, nothing but pars on the round. 180 yards off the tee. We're swinging a 5-iron here. The wind is kind of blowing at us and to the right, and it knocks the ball down and ends up in a bunker guarding the front of the green. 60-degree wedge. Beautiful shot there. Look at where this one hits on this replay. We just barely get it over that lip. Hits the fringe. Anywhere else, and that would have gone well over the hole. But a nice shot there leaves us a 3-foot putt for par. And we have parred the first 8 holes. Hole number 9, this is a par 5, 465 yards. Dogleg left. Challenges you to make a decision off the tee if you want to lay up and then play a long wood or iron shot from there. But we're going to try to fade it around the trees. And we don't do a horrible job, but it does end up on the far right side of the fairway and maybe just off of it. And we are going to try to punch it under those branches up there with a hybrid. A punch shot here, just to put us in a better position to approach the green. With a 52-degree wedge, 126 yards away. Shot number 3 is heading towards the green, and very nice approach there. 12 feet for birdie here, downhill. And we come up short. So putting is what saved us in our last tournament, and here it is what is killing us. We are struggling with the short stick. So a par 36 on the front 9 as we head to hole number 10. 369-yard par 4. We're tied for 81st, And we're 1 under. Here's the shot off the tee, and it, oh my gosh, it hits the tree. It hits that one overhanging branch. If you take a look at the replay, just the one overhanging branch right there. And we fail to negotiate it. I don't even know if it got past the women's tees, guys. We might have had to drop our pants on that one. Second shot, not any better. Down the right side and into the trees again. Here's a 60-degree wedge. And with the 60-degree wedge, and we hit it into the trees again. Oh my gosh, it's amateur hour at the West Coast Invitational. Here's our fourth shot, and that one goes over the green. And this is going to leave us the fifth shot here from off the green. Oh, and we managed to put it home. We hit the flagstick and hole out off the green to, I guess if you can save a bogey, that is saving a bogey right there. So we're +1 on the round, even for the tournament. Tied in 104th. The current cut is 1 under. First shot, 545 yards. This one is a par 5. And we're in the trees again. Oh my goodness, the trees are getting in our heads. Getting in our head. Second shot. We have to punch it with a 3-wood just out towards the fairway, but we don't reach. Another 3-wood shot from 261 yards out. Try to put ourselves in position to get up and down to save par, and we nearly get it onto the green. Here's a little chip, and we're going to be in a good spot for the par. So a pretty forgiving par 5 here, but we do blow an opportunity for a possible birdie. As we head to hole number 12, we're +1 on the day, even for the tournament, 430-yard par 4. Here is our shot off the tee. No breeze whatsoever, and we are going to split the fairway. Leaving it a little bit to the right side. 304-yard drive. Here's our second shot on the approach with a pitching wedge. 137 yards out. And we get it to stop nicely. 7 feet from the hole. Here is the 7-foot putt for birdie, and it scoots right past it. We are just not making any breaks here in this round. Oh, and the par putt. The par putt even misses to the right. And so we got to tap in for a bogey. We're +2 on the round, as it is all going to crap for us here at the West Coast Invitational. Guys, we came into this tournament 46th in the world golf rankings. We have to be in the top 50 to make the Masters, and we've only got one more tournament after this one, so I don't know what's going to happen if we don't manage to make the cut on this one and end up blowing it here in the second round. We're going to be dangerously close to that cutoff line for the Masters. Here's an 11-foot putt for birdie, and we can't make up any ground on that one. And we tap it in for yet another par. Still, no birdies on the round. We're +2, +1 for the tournament. Tied in 115th, and the current cut is 1 under. Here is the first shot on a par 3, number 14. 200 yards to the flagstick. And this one gets onto the green, but we've got quite a bit of distance to make up here. A 36-yard putt for birdie. This one looks like it's heading for the hole, but it just scoots past it on the right side. All in all, not a bad shot. It leaves us a 5-footer for the par. So we've got 4 holes left. We sit at +1. The cut is at 1 under. It's not out of the question. We still have 4 holes left. 2 or 3 birdies, and we could be in position to make the cut. Let's see how it goes. Off the tee with the driver. And that one finds the left rough. Second shot, 130 yards out with a pitching wedge. And We end up with a little too much club on that one. On the back side of the green, we chip it on. It's heading for the hole and just goes past it again. And we're going to have to try to save par now with a 9-foot putt coming back uphill, and we miss it. 9-foot putt, scoots by it to the right, and a little tap in for bogey. So our chances of making the cut took a huge hit on hole number 15 with the bogey. We're +3 on the round. And here is the shot off the tee on hole number 16. And it finds the right rough. It's been a rough back nine for us. 9-iron. We're trying to shape this one and draw it into the green, and we don't quite make it. So we're tied in 125th here. And not a bad chip. We've been chipping really well lately altogether, and we are going to save par with a little tap in. So hole number 17 is a 195-yard par 3. We're tied at 126th coming into this one. The cut is 1 under. We are 2 over. It kind of looks like it's unreachable at this point. Here's our first shot with the 7-iron. And that one finds the bunker on the right side. So dead in the middle of the beach. And we get out pretty nicely, leaving us a 3-foot putt for par, which we make. So we head into the final hole here in the second round of the West Coast Invitational, a 627-yard par 5. It's a beast. As we get set up for shot number 1 with the driver. We'll cut the corner of the pond there. And split the fairway. 308-yard drive. 3 wood now on shot number 2, 343 yards away. We're going to try to leave this one just a little bit short of the pond, setting up a nice little easy approach. 255 yards with the 3 wood. 90-yard approach now with a 60-degree wedge. And we get this one up in the air. It's headed for the green, and it's going to hold on to the back edge of the green. But with still 29 feet to work with. Here is the 29-foot putt, and indicative of the way the rest of our round has gone, it just flirts with the edge of the cup but misses it, and we tap in for par. So we finished the day +3 and +2 for the tournament. 3 bogeys on the second 9 after nothing but par golf on the front 9. And we finished the tournament tied in 75th, essentially cut. We wins the tournament. Up next, we have the Canada Classic and then the Masters. And a quick look at our rankings going into the final tournament before the Masters. We're 81st on the money list, 89th in the FedEx Cup standings, and we have dropped to 48th in the world rankings. So we've got one more tournament to maintain a top 50 ranking. The pressure will be on us up in Canada. Hope you'll join us for the Canada Classic and then on to the Masters here on PGA Tour Career of Matt Christensen.